and also light up the entire public thoroughfare, increasing light every day. Following this statement, his followers began organizing public lightings like this one today, to which the local community would be invited. Now, not only are there public lightings in places from Victoria, British Columbia to Halifax, Nova Scotia, today public menorah lightings take place all over the globe. Just a quick few examples: Thailand, China, Germany, Australia, Holland, South Africa, the United Kingdom, Spain, Russia, Uruguay, India, and America. Now, tonight on this 25th of Kislev, 5773, I'm very pleased to introduce my rabbi, a community leader, a good man, and a good friend. Please, a welcome for Rabbi Meir Kaplan.
Happy Hanukkah. Every Jewish holiday we celebrate with our families at home or with our communities in our synagogues. Tonight is the exception. The holiday of Hanukkah, we are actually celebrating it and we are sharing it with the entire community. The message of Hanukkah is a universal message. The message of Hanukkah is a message of light and a message of hope. Hanukkah is about the small group of people who, with the power of spirit, were able to fight a great military and to bring a great victory to the Jewish people. Hanukkah tells us about the power of the Spirit, this power of our own candle. We can't imagine, we can never underestimate the power of the Spirit that we have within us. We all know the story of the miracle of the oil. One jug of oil was supposed to last only to light the menorah for 1 day and lasted for 8 days. The message of this is because each one of us, we have within ourselves a jug of oil. We have within ourselves the power of our spirit, of our soul. And sometimes we think that we may be just enough maybe to light our soul. And the message of Hanukkah is, don't ever underestimate the power of your soul. You can light yourself, you can light your home, you can light your community. And every night of Hanukkah we add another candle. You know, tonight we're going to be lighting 2 candles. Last night we lit 1. 1 candle was good enough for yesterday, but it's not good enough for today. Tomorrow, 2 candles wouldn't be good enough. We have to have 3. Every day we have to increase in our lights, and that's what we're going to be doing here today on the second night of Hanukkah. I want to thank everyone who participated. Marvin listed them all, but I want to really give a special thank to the military band who made a special effort to come here on a cold and a rainy day. In a few moments you're going to hear how beautiful this music that you're going to be hearing here. And I want to also make a note of those musicians that are unable to play today because of the weather. We apologize for that, and we promise to make it up better for future years. So happy Hanukkah. Please enjoy the celebration.
Thank you, Rabbi. And just before we begin the lighting ceremony, I'd like to introduce the Honorable Ida Chong, the Minister of Aboriginal Relations and Reconciliation, the MLA for Oak Bay and Gordon Head. Minister Chong.
Thank you very much, Marvin, and Rabbi Kaplan, and ladies and gentlemen, and my colleagues from the legislature. I'm really pleased to be here today on the traditional territory of our Coast Salish people, Esquimalt and Songhees First Nation, to take part again in this second day of Hanukkah and in the lighting of the shamas. When I was listening to Marvin rattle off all those who sent regrets and all those who attended the other public menorah lightings, I was getting kind of fearful because I didn't realize he was keeping attendance records on all of us. So I'm going to tell my colleagues that they better pay attention because he's must have a book somewhere. But yes, indeed, the very first time we did this was in 2010 here in the legislature, and I've been back every year ever since because I do believe it is important, as Rabbi had said, the significance of what Hanukkah means, especially to the Jewish community, but to all British Columbians as a whole. It is important that we acknowledge and we recognize that we are a country that is rich in diversity and cultural diversity, and our strength in our people's lives in that appreciation. And I have a quote here that I wrote down, so I don't want to forget about that, and that is from Jerome Nathanson, who once said, "The price of the democratic way of life is a growing appreciation of people's differences, not merely as tolerable, but as the essence of a rich and a rewarding human experience. I thought that was appropriate this evening because, again, it talks about the strength of our diversity. It talks about our cultural identity as well. And here in British Columbia, more than any other place in Canada, I think I can truly say that we appreciate our cultural diversity more. And we should learn from one another. We should continue to learn from each other and learn to appreciate what we have to offer. So tonight, I want to wish each and every one of you a wonderful holiday season. I want to wish you all a happy Hanukkah. More importantly, I think I want the young people who are here today, because sometimes it's hard to pass on these traditions. I want to thank them for being here and their parents for bringing them out, sharing with them a tradition that should always be remembered and always be practiced in our democratic society that we have. So thank you very much for allowing me, on behalf of the province, on behalf of Premier Christy Clark, to be a part of this very important public lighting. Thank you.
I will now ask the minister to climb the ladder and light the shamas.
Now, last year was really windy. This year it's not so windy.
There we go.
It's always better the second time. Oh, this one.